Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I turned this awesome sequin thrifted dress into the cutest pair of mini ears. Stay tuned and I'll show you exactly how I went about doing this project. So I love going to a thrift store and finding items of clothing that have really neat fabrics, really interesting fabrics. And I found this dress at my local Goodwill. I've never seen fabric like this before, and when I saw this dress, I just knew that I had to use it to make an awesome pair of ears. So I purchased it for like $3 or $4. It was really, really inexpensive, and I cut it open so that I could get the most fabric out of it as possible. But with this dress in particular, I did have to work around some really weird seams just because the underlayer was attached to the outer sequin layer. So I did have to separate those, but it wasn't too bad. My recommendation for a dress is to just cut up one side so that you can open the dress and hopefully leave as much of the fabric intact as possible. The nice thing about buying a secondhand dress is that there is a lot of fabric. So dresses are really great for getting bang for your buck as far as fabric. Men's shirts are also a really good option. If you see a pattern in a men's shirt that you like, that can also be a really good bang for your buck because there's so much fabric on their shirt and it's uninterrupted fabric. So there aren't that many seams usually. It's one flat piece. This was the first time I'd ever tried sewing a pair of ears. Because the sequin fabric was so thick, I just decided I was gonna really go for it and try to do the sewing for it, because that way it just wouldn't be quite as bulky as the no-sew ears. And it turned out really, really well. I was able to use my template that I normally use and mark the fabric where to sew, where to cut, and it actually worked really perfectly. For this project, I kept the pink lining that was underneath the dress as lining for the ears. I just really liked how it worked behind that fabric. I thought it was a really good color option, so I used both layers of the dress to make the ears. This fabric was actually pretty stretchy, so my cardboard ear piece fit inside really, really well. It didn't have to bend it at all to get it in there. And then I just put stuffing in it like I normally do. And I did end up hot gluing this project instead of sewing the base. I just folded the sides in and then I glued it to secure it. For the headband, I did something a little bit different. So I used my template, I traced out my headband, cut it out in both of the layers. And because the headband fabric has to be glued on, I really wanted those pieces to stay together. So this was something I had learned in my strawberry ears project that you might find on my channel, where having the two separate layers was really tricky. So my strategy has been to glue them very lightly on the sides, and I'll show you how I did that here. Here's where I put just a very light amount of glue around the edge, just to hold those two pieces of fabric together, and this made it a lot easier to glue it onto the headband. If you're going to glue them together, which I do recommend you do, go around the edges because those will get tucked away and you won't be able to see it. This part I just glued it on the headband like normal. I do have a step-by-step slowed down tutorial of how I put the fabric on these headbands on my channel, so if you want to see exactly how I did this slowed down, you can find that video. I'll link it below. So this is how the ears turn out, and I'm totally in love. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to chat with you about technique or different ideas you want to see, so let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.